There below is Barclays Center and the borough of Brooklyn, where there's never a dull moment. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. And looking at the Nets, Lance Thomas out there with Jarrett Allen. Then there's Harris. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chiozza in at the point. Well, might be the end of the regular season, Doris, but tonight's game has postseason implications.
What's better for an NBA team late in the year than to have a great test with a highly competitive group you're looking opposite? So obviously you want to play tough, meaningful games in preparation for the playoffs. This is going to be great.
Playoff atmosphere, you're right. Now here's VanVleet.
Right here.
Here's Lowry. LeVert grabs the miss. High post Allen.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
Jarrett Allen putting on a show. Get out of his way, folks. It's coming down on your head.
Here is Lowry. Inside, Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
A great job to kick it back and create the easy one.
That's the unselfishness you want to see. To try and score consistently, you have to work together.
Here's Chiozza. And here is Harris. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Allen, that's good.
Well, Jarrett Allen proving he's more than capable of beating good defense. That's nicely done.
Lowry passes to Anunoby. Back to Lowry. Here's the teardrop. And it's sent back by Allen. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. On defense, the Nets. 6 to shoot. Here's Lowry, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Brooklyn called for the foul.
Boy, Kyle Lowry has carved out for himself quite the career. This guy came in as a dogged defender, and on the offensive end, he's able to create for both himself and his teammates.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he can't get the first one.
The Nets had to be so judicious and so smart with every move they made because they did not have top draft selections. So you have to use cap space to acquire picks. They had to find sleepers in the draft. They had to find players who were probably undervalued and then develop those players. This is an organization that used every tool at their disposal.
And Doris, the Nets showed they could manufacture a rebuild.
Kevin, what the Nets did was not easy. But to me, it shows you exactly how critical quality front office personnel is to the success of an organization. And the Nets were on point throughout the process.
Lets the 3 fly. Nailed from three-point land.
Listen, this guy's so dangerous from beyond the arc. Kyle Lowry has always been a knockdown three-point shooter.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kenny Atkinson and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. We talked about what makes Kyle Lowry such a dynamic player. Coach said, I love his competitive fire. Playing against guys like that has to bring out the best with you. You got to meet force with force. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Raptors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Passes it to Van Vliet. Shoots over Levert. Here's Siakam. And it's out of bounds. Last touched by Allen. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. Number 1, the Raptors.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Chioza passes to Harris. It's Allen on the wing. And that one goes long.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Lowry kicks to Siakam. That 3 off the mark. Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Pass to Levert. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Karis LeVert, great confidence in his ability to get off the dribble drive and make things happen.
And there's the pass to Van Vliet. Back to Lowry. Ibaka outside. Here's Van Vliet. The shot, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way.
This guy does such an incredible job getting up and down the floor. Jared Allen's athleticism makes him a force in transition.
And the foul called on Jared Allen. That is his first foul of the game. Van Vliet with it. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, just a little too physical out there right now. That's already his second foul.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Here is Ibaka. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Utah.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collected huge amounts of rebounds.
He doesn't hit that one. The Nets have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And it's Allen with the jam.
Well, terrific job by Tyler Johnson to do exactly what they want him to do, find his open teammates. Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension, and what I love is his team competes at a high level every night. Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open, just comes up empty.
Here's Allen. It's stolen by Lowry. Van Vliet with it. Johnson's there. Van Vliet can't get it to go. And Doris, you think about how hard this Brooklyn team competes. I think they take right after their head coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. Coach Atkinson is still willing to get on the court and jump into drills with his players. Let's remember, going back to the early days of his career, he was a player development coach. And before that, yes, he even played. That effort and willingness to break a sweat very much reflected in his group.
Now, here's Lowry. Jared Allen unable to get his last shot to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Johnson. Makes it off the glass.
A fearless competitor. 190 pounds of Tyler Johnson, more than willing to take the hit.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Doris, do you think it's more challenging for superstars in smaller markets, mid-sized markets?
You know, this is such an interesting debate in a world that has become, because of social media, so much smaller. You know, I do think that certain larger markets, LA, New York, can be a blessing and a curse. It does still feel like that media scrutiny is a little bit larger. When things are going well, it's the best thing in the world. When things aren't going so well, boy, those day by day, question after question can probably become pretty tedious.
And let's check out the numbers for Serge Ibaka. He's had an impressive second half of the season, averaging about 15 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, the one thing you can't teach is size. He's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but certainly a valuable backup for this team.
Lowry kicks to Siakam. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam got better in every statistical category.
The Raptors shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts for the game.
Two.
And the first one drops. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016, now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
Siakam hits them both.
And Toronto choosing their team name back in '94, the fans helped them narrow it down, and with dinosaurs all over the silver screen, it helped tilt things towards the Raptors.
And we all remember those early uniforms, those giant velociraptors across the front. Fortunately, they've toned it down a bit since then.
Well, when you look at the skill set of Tyler Johnson, he really is the epitome of a catalyst. Comes in full energy every time, and if he's hitting his shots, you just ride that wave of scoring.
Shooting two.
No good on the free throw. And with Johnson, Greg, you never know how on his shot will be day to day.
And that's okay. Teams need a player who can carry them off the bench when they get it going. Johnson is a bit of a microwave that heats up immediately, but if he's cold, you simply drop back the minutes for that game.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto, Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. Norman Powell comes in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Fred VanVleet.
You love, guys, that Tyler Johnson continues to work hard to get better. His teammates love playing with him. And can we remember this is an undrafted player? I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter, he has been completely bothered.
Now here's Johnson, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Allen, Siakam pulls it in.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Davis inside, Johnson on him. Excellent D there by Johnson.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Allen surveying the D. Just 5 on the clock. 11 feet away, and the shot is good. Allen's got 10 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here's Siakam. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
Out of Cameroon, Pascal Siakam drastically improved last year, Doris. Is he the prototypical modern power forward?
He is, Kevin, and there's a few reasons why. The guy can rip and run. He can space the floor. He is switchable on the perimeter defensively. He can go inside, outside. Everything you want in terms of versatility, Pascal Siakam brings to the table.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
First free throw is good. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. You think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah.
And for the Nets, team dinners, you go to their practice facility, a beautiful rooftop space for team gatherings. Building chemistry is a focus for this franchise.
And that's not surprising, Greg, given that their front office is part of the San Antonio Spurs tree, so to speak. So staying connected as teammates, especially valuable in today's NBA. Love the culture here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. The Raptors making a switch here. Boucher is checked in. Good on both. Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer, he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
Well, what a perimeter shot Marc Gasol has always had. For a big man, such pretty touch.
Here's Luwawu. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Gasol's shot is good.
Well, Marc Gasol can make shots from every spot on the floor right there. Nicely done.
Here we go. Get it going. I'm back.
Here's Temple. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Karuch passes to Johnson. Go with a 3. Powell pulls it in.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And it's Davis missing.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
It's good. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
Well, you can see the athleticism and the vertical. Tyler Johnson, a good job when he gets below the free throw line.
And it's sent back by Allen. Johnson attacking. Yep, that one goes in there. 7 points in the game.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
I got him.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jared Allen.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The Raptors have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. And that one falls for Davis.
And you look at the cast-offs that have found success in Brooklyn, Doris, a great part of the Nets story.
And I think what the players appreciate is the team that gave them their first real shot to play significant minutes. That buy-in and urge to prove themselves a part of what makes their culture special.
And both free throws good for Davis.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Crawford outside. 1:31 left in the first. Count that one.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Raptors trail by 10. Outside, Davis. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Here's Gasol. And the Raptors miss again.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Toronto with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn. The shot by Powell, no good. Here's Luwawu. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Now here's Powell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Luwawu. It's Crawford on the wing. On the wing, Johnson. Here's the three. Buries it from three-point range. Johnson's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Jared Allen has been on display for Brooklyn. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now, a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team. And Ibaka, Greg, a great complimentary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
Shoot that, all you!
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So the Raptors 5 right now. Davis is out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Marc Gasol. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the small forward. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, "A Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole." And Kevin, that's what made him, from Philly to Villanova to Toronto, to an NBA champion.
Well, I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. And the Raptors with the ball, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Pass to Gasol. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Gasol's got 4 this quarter.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Pass to LeVert. Over to the wing. Here's Karuch. That's good, and it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To the paint. Fades and shoots. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Mark doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
Raptors trail by 19. Pass to Boucher. Shot from the top of the key. LeVert grabs the miss. LeVert's got 4 rebounds in this game. Crawford outside. Back to Johnson. The pass to Karuch. Got a piece of it. Powell, that's good. Powell's got his first 2 points.
I'll tell you, I love to see someone take the contact head on, and Norman Powell welcoming the challenge.
Pass to Crawford. Shoots over Powell. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Last outing for Toronto, they won that game against the Jazz. To the middle, here's Gasol, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
Two shots.
He misses the free throw. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
and you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
And he's good on the second.
Well, as well-rounded as Marc Gasol is on the offensive end of the floor, can we remember that this was the Defensive Player of the Year back in 2003? What a tremendous all-around talent.
Here's Chiosa. 11 points for him in that last game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
And let's not forget about the assist. This guy as a playmaker was a driving force for that offense.
Now, here's Lowry. It's a 16-point game. Anunoby, good.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Here's Chiosa. Lowry covering. LeVert from outside. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Lowry finds Ibaka. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And Ibaka can really get up on these lob attempts. Great at finishing strong when he's near the rim.
Passes it to Luwawu. They get the rebound. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The Nets shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Allen's checked in for the Nets. And the Raptors also making a change.
One shot.
Siakam's checked in. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, you're breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev. You know, you think about the most important players in Toronto Raptors history. Vince Carter probably number one. DeMar DeRozan would be on that list. But boy, Kyle Lowry has got to be there as well. Remarkable how far they've come since he joined the team back in 2012.
Now, here's LeVert. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco. And the foul called on Jarrett Allen. That's his third foul of the game.
Boy, when Joe Harris is making this kind of shot, turn the lights out.
Harris! And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors, trailing by 17. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. And Siakam throws it down.
Well, Pascal Siakam's handle has gotten tighter, and that makes a dribble drive a problem for the defender.
And the Raptors and Lowry both grew together, Doris, wouldn't you say?
A marriage made in heaven. Kyle Lowry has always played with a huge chip on his shoulder. He still carries that edge, but that maturity and leadership turned into a championship in Toronto. Doesn't get better than that. Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Thomas's shot is off.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy. Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Here's Chioza. Harris outside. Now LeVert. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Thomas. And too long on the shot. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Warriors. From outside the arc, the shot by Lowry, no good.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Shooting one.
Well, think back to Karis LeVert's career at Michigan. It was marred by 3 foot surgeries in just 22 months. And obviously, the medical red flags caused his draft stock to dip. But credit the Nets, who picked him up with the 20th pick back in 2016.
One shot.
And the ankle injury for LeVert last season, more of a freak accident.
Yeah, Kevin, you think about it, he comes down on top of another player. It ends up costing him 3 months. But even through these tough injuries, what we know, Karis LeVert has shown when healthy, he can be special. I think quickness has probably never been more important in the NBA, but you cannot overlook the value of strength. Think about a guy like Kyle Lowry. He's not the biggest, he's not the most explosive, but he's got strength and he's got that bulldog mentality.
Two.
The first free throw is good. And Kyle Lowry, Doris, never shy about contact.
You're right, Kevin. Never shy on either end, offensively or defensively. Kyle Lowry will get into you. He is the tone setter with his physicality and his effort level.
The Nets making a switch here. Temple's checked in. And Kyle Lowry drops them both. We're seeing some great shooters with length, tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now, but when you look in your crystal ball, Doris, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, you are starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point of teams in the NBA. You are starting to see teams go back after the offensive glass. Does that continue?
Second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
Well, that's a highlight play for Mr. Jared Allen. Nice pass from his teammate.
Yo, watch Lowry.
Lowry looking around. Here's Van Vliet. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Chiosa. Harris outside.
Hey, watch the pick.
Releases. No good off the back of the rim. Raptors trail by 11. Ahead, here's Anunoby. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Anunoby's got 8.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Chiosa. While recovering, it's stolen by Ibaka. Pass to Van Vliet. Raptors moving the ball around. And Siakam throws it down.
Well, the wingspan of Pascal Siakam makes that dunk look easy.
Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. And then on Monday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Well, the increased playmaking ability of Pascal Siakam on display. Pretty pass.
Harris dishes to Allen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, picking Jared Allen, number 22, back in 2017 has paid off for the Nets. This guy has proven already in his early 20s to be an NBA caliber starting center.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And Jared Allen grew up in the Austin area and played near his home at the University of Texas.
Yeah, Kev, just one season with the Longhorns. He really came into the league considered a project, but boy, his development is truly ahead of schedule.
That one is no good.
Well, think about Mr. Jared Allen. He was not the first family member to get picked in the NBA draft. Let's remember his dad taken by Dallas in the famous 1985 draft. His dad, however, would go on to have a playing career in Europe.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Powell, he's checked in for Fred Van Vliet.
Hey, grab that.
Temple can't get it to go.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Ibaka outside. Back to Lowry. Shoots. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Brooklyn leading by 4. There's the pass to Johnson. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Raptors. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and defensively, boy, did they trust one another. Communicated well and just made it very difficult to get good looks in that one.
You knew they were on a string all night on the defensive end, and it always helps when someone got caught out of position, help was on the way.
Now here's Johnson, following the miss by Pascal Siakam. Here's Caruth. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
For Brooklyn, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Both teams deciding to change it up. Both good from the line that time. Now here's Davis. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Gasol, no good.
This guy is a physical force on the defensive end. It is a tough task to score over Marc Gasol.
And so it's Brooklyn with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, what did you see from them?
They were really efficient on offense, shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
I really like how they limited turnovers. You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice passes. When you can play like this and cut back turnovers, it can add up to over 10, 8, 12, 15, 16 easy points, Ernie. I don't know how many points, a lot of easy points. They'll be in good shape if they can keep making the same smart plays.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Jared Allen with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Allen is out there with Thomas. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Chiozza in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Chiozza's got his team on the board first here in the second half for Brooklyn. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23, and he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Get through. Use that.
Pass to Levert. To the left wing. Here's Thomas. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Anunoby in the corner. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Harris, bounce pass. Allen passes to Levert. Cloak loose. Allen's shot is off. Toronto trailing. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
Now here's Thomas, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The 3, and the call will be against Karis LeVert. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Toronto's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Siakam against Allen. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. With a break in the action, let's see which teams have come away with the most steals in the NBA this season. The Raptors in second.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
And I'll tell you guys, the leap that Pascal Siakam has taken has really been fun to watch. From role player to emerging star, and guys, he's not done growing yet.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Boy, the missed free throw there keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Chiozza passes to Harris. Clock at 6. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Outside Lowry. Here's Anunoby. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. High post Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Oh, my goodness. You better step back when Jared Allen is that close to the cup. What a dunk.
Get it going.
Lobs it up for Ibaka. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Boy, doesn't get any easier than that. What a size advantage, and just goes to work.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
No shot.
Here's LeVert to the inside. Allen. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And a 1-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
And, Greg, safe to say Allen's defense is ahead of his offense?
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good.
Guys, how about the journey of the Raptors' Nick Nurse, so well traveled before taking the head job in Toronto? This guy has shown his worth. In his first season as a head coach in the NBA, it translates to a title. Absolutely incredible.
Passes to Chioza. Back to Allen. Pass to LeVert. Jacks up a three. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. And Coach Nick Nurse paid some dues, Doris, before his turn as head coach of this Toronto team.
Well, think about it. Early in his career, he's a player coach in the British Basketball League. Then he goes and establishes a G League franchise in his home state of Iowa. Then to lead that team to a title in 2011, join another G League team for the Raptors and win a title in 2013. Really an incredible journey, guys. Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Here's Lowry, and it's sent back by Allen.
This guy is a sensational shot blocker. Jared Allen twice on the pipes.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's Anunoby. 13 points in the game. Lowry inside the line, cans the shot from the wing. Lowry's got 13. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Picked him clean. Anunoby passes to Lowry.
Get him out, get him out. Help side.
5 on the clock. Now the pass to Van Vliet. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness grade, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
Shoot two.
Free throw good, Van Vliet. Undrafted out of Wichita State, Fred Van Vliet, never the most heralded player, Doris. But you know, he says he bet on himself, and it's worked.
No doubt. Van Vliet's belief in himself gets him a 2-year, $18 million contract. But I think beyond that, this man, in the moments that mattered most in the playoffs, proved that Fred Van Vliet will deliver.
Nets trail by 3. Johnson, the pass to LeVert. Back to Johnson. The 19-foot shot. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets. Allen kicks to Johnson. Pass to Luwawu, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Davis is checked in for the Raptors. And it's the Raptors' ball. They're on an 18-5 run.
Right here. I got your help.
And here is Van Vliet. 10 points for him. Floats one, and it's sent back by Allen. Here's Temple. And again, it's the Nets missing. Toronto leading by 5. To the left side wing. From downtown, that's good. He's 5 for 9.
There is such incredible awareness and feel for the game. Marc Gasol's such a good passer.
Johnson outside. Passes it to LeVert from the arc. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. Toronto's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Johnson with the block.
You can see Tyler Johnson with that vertical has the ability to send it back.
Here's Allen. Gasol with the defensive effort. Toronto's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Davis. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. LeVert with a wide open look. Boucher with the rebound.
I don't know if he's trying to show off for the crowd or what, but there's no reason for that kind of shot.
And nothing fancy really about that play. That's just good old-fashioned hard-nosed basketball to get that one.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. In the corner, it's Temple. The three. But they get it back. Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Allen passes to LeVert. Allen trying to break free, and it's LeVert missing.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Allen.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Some changes for Brooklyn. Rodions Kurucs comes in for Jared Allen. And it's Crawford in for Karis LeVert. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Toronto. Norman Powell comes in for Fred VanVleet. And both free throws good for Davis. Nets trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Crawford kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. He dishes it to Johnson. Stolen. Here's Boucher. He's guarded by Johnson. Hollis-Jefferson can't hit. And here comes the break. Here's Kurucs. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And second-round pick Kurucs ended up starting most of last season for the Nets as a rookie.
Well, think about it. Back in Europe, this guy was playing limited minutes for Barcelona. Some said they were trying to hide him from NBA scouts. But there is no question he is on everyone's radar now, Kev.
That free throw, no good. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line. And that's happened to them here in the second half.
Here's Hollis-Jefferson. Gasol, no good. Tries it from the top of the key. Can't hit that one. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Powell with it. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. And again, Toronto, no luck. Nets trail by 8. Johnson surveying the floor. Kicks it to Crawford. Johnson outside. Great D that time from Davis.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Hollis-Jefferson.
Well, the former Arizona Wildcat, Hollis Jefferson, right? He's a superb athlete, just oozing with potential.
No good on the second free throw. Nets trail by 9. 1:39 left to play here in the third.
That's a complete effort. Stuck with his man, gets his hand up, and then he doesn't hesitate to finish the possession with the rebounding job.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Johnson. 10 points for him. Here's Luwawu, and it's denied. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Hollis Jefferson's got the lead up to 13 now for Toronto. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Crawford. They need this. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Hollis Jefferson's got his 5th rebound in this one. And he jams it with authority.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now here's Crawford.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Two.
And he knocks down the first one. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Garrett Temple. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Toronto. He's perfect from the line this time. 36 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Watch him.
Davis against Johnson. Davis, the pass to Gasol. Down low, here's Caruch, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
I like that from Tyler Johnson. Doesn't force anything, taking his time, navigating as a facilitator.
Davis against Johnson. And the pass to Gasol. Over Thomas. No good from Gasol.
Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
Right here.
And so it's Toronto, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And it's Davis with the ball for Toronto. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. So the Raptors 5 right now. They've got Powell. Marc Gasol is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Davis. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3, the small forward. Shots good by Ibaka.
Well, how about the frame and the concentration of Serge Ibaka? What an interior finish that was.
And it's Harris off the drive. Rejected by Gasol. Johnson for three. Toronto grabs the miss.
Yo, D up on Ronde. And the foul.
Johnson with the
Out of
block.
bounds.
And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Some changes for Toronto. OG Anunoby's checked in for Gasol. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Davis. Ibaka dishes to Powell. Outside Lowry. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Raptors lead by 15.
Some guys, Kevin, just have a knack to get to the cup. Kyle Lowry's all about being aggressive and assertive.
Harris passes to Thomas. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Chioza scanning the floor. Just 4 to shoot. For 3, Harris. Toronto grabs the miss. Ibaka's got his 6th rebound on the night. And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Chioza. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Raptors leading by 15. Anunoby in the corner. Trains the three-pointer.
I'll tell you, OG Anunoby showing you what could happen if he puts it all together. Doing work, OG.
Timeout called the Nets.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Chioza passes to Harris. Johnson outside. Harris outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Well, this is his role. Joe Harris is out there to get buckets. We know he can shoot it. He can put it on the deck. He is a tremendous player.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's guarded by Thomas. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Thomas with the block. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Chioza passes to LeVert. To the middle.
Stay on him.
Allen kicks to LeVert. The three-pointer, no good.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Powell, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. The shot off that time. Excellent D from Thomas. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
How about that authority from Mr. Karis LeVert? Go ahead, sir.
It's Powell on the wing. LeVert defending. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Ibaka against Thomas. Here's Allen. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got his third assist on the night. Raptors leading by 12. Now Powell. Lets it go from 11, and it's good off the back rim and in.
Well, you don't want to see Norman Powell settling for outside looks. Love when he goes to work down deep.
Chioza passes to Harris. Pass to Chioza. 6 on the shot clock. Inside, out to Harris. This one for 3. The second chance effort. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Thomas.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Timeout.
And the Raptors call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
And the Raptors with some changes. Pascal Siakam comes in for Hollis Jefferson, and it's Fred VanVleet in for Norman Powell. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. He told them, this is a game of runs, it's a game of momentum. We may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Raptors. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Yes, that goes in. Thomas got 4 points this quarter.
Well, this guy battles for everything he can get. Lance Thomas absorbs the hit, completes the play. Classic Lance Thomas.
Now here is Lowry. Wasted no time on that one. And the Raptors lead by 12.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Here's Chioza. LeVert the pass to Thomas. That's good, and it's LeVert with the assist.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Siakam. Good work there as it goes.
Well, we're talking about a tough individual competitor in Pascal Siakam. He goes right at the defense.
Well, at 6'7" Doris, Karis LeVert describing himself as a point/shooting guard.
Well, why not? Because his slashing ability, his blinding speed off the dribble is really what makes him problematic. His burst is special, and it doesn't matter if he's going left or right.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Siakam. Nets trail by 13. Here's Chioza. Passes it to LeVert for the 3. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's 19 points for Kyle Lowry.
Well, Kyle Lowry can do it all. He is an outstanding passer, but when necessary, as it was right here, knock down the catch-and-shoot jumper.
Now here's LeVert. And he gets the bucket. LeVert's got 4 this quarter.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Ibaka outside. Back to Siakam. Takes it from 10. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Well, Siakam pushing right through the contact. Go ahead, young sir.
Here's Chioza. He kicks to Harris. Shot clock at 6. Over to the left wing. Here's Chioza. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Lowry. Van Vliet passes to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Boy, terrific penetration from the big man. Ibaka putting his athleticism to good use.
Here's Chioza. Lowry covering for 3. Harris buries the long-range jumper.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Van Vliet looking around. Pass to Lowry. Puts up a 3. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 5 assists in the game.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Now here's LeVert. To the inside, Thomas, and then Thomas with the jam.
Boy, that's thanks to Karis LeVert's court vision, making the right plays in pick-and-roll action.
Now here is Lowry. He's guarded closely, and he uses the glass on the layup.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
The pass to LeVert. There's the 3, and the Nets another 3.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Now here's Van Vliet. Outside Lowry. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside Thomas. Pass to Chioza. And stolen by Siakam.
Yo, pick up Lowry.
Outside Lowry. Goes back up. It counts. And the foul. Allen. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Hall's checked in for Jared Allen.
And the move back to his more natural 5 position has rejuvenated Serge Ibaka. More room to operate offensively, and defensively, he can stay in the paint where he's effective.
One shot.
Free throw good, Ibaka. And Ibaka's shooting ability, Doris, had enabled him to play some power forward, but his mobility was being tested.
Correct, because at Ibaka's size, it's tough to ask him to chase smaller guys around the perimeter. He is much better suited playing inside and protecting the rim. I think you saw that last season.
Now, here's Lowry. Floats it up there for Siakam. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Wow, what an easy look Kyle Lowry creates for his teammates. One of the best setup men in the entire league.
Here's Chioza. Lowry covering. Harris looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. That one off the back iron and out. Raptors leading by 19. Outside Lowry. Shoots the 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Lowry's got 27 points.
Give him another. This guy may not be the tallest or most athletic, but Kyle Lowry can find ways to score.
Chioza passes to Harris. To halt the run, cans it from downtown.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Raptors.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47. And we watched him all night long. No one could really stop him. Just another excellent game it was for Kyle Lowry.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Here's Van Vliet after the basket by Brooklyn. A floater. He lays it in.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And so it's Brooklyn with it after the Raptors pick up 2. Here's Chioza. Here's LeVert. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. Here's Van Vliet, and he converts the layup. And the Raptors lead by 21.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Harris misses. And here's Lowry. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Out for that. Blake, you and I know the community loves that competition, and my team